evening, everybody. Welcome to the live show. It is Monday evening. It is Martin Luther King Day. I hope everybody did a good deed, helped somebody out today, and also the college championship games on tonight. And it is Miami versus Indiana. It just kicked off. So we will keep you posted on that. And let's see what the market's going to do tomorrow. Obviously, it was closed today, so we have to just take a look at what happened Friday and get a good guess and idea of what's going to be happening. So let's click on over, see what the charts look like and what we're going to be looking at here. So here we go. There's our heat map right there from Friday. That's the way it closed. And I'll be keeping you guys, like I said, updated on this game here. So here we go. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How are you, Luis Rodriguez? Markets are angry. That's what he said. Dow futures are down 0.89%, S&P 1%, and Nasdaq 1.15%. And honestly, let's just go through it from Friday's look right here on our SPY, and it is red. It closed down, and it looks like it wants to dip down. I'm not going to lie. It looks like it wants to come back down here to the 20. I don't know, maybe even the 50. It hasn't been really touching the 50, but it could have touched it back here. Almost came down. And then it stopped on the 20 up here the other day. Maybe we do see a little 50 pullback action there, Luis Rodriguez, because it is pulling back right there. Our Qs as well, pulling back a little bit. They were setting up to get wild. And again, remember, I put my red flag out. Anytime the market looks that good, that's when you got to be wondering what the heck is going on. And we knew there was a lot of stuff. This looks like it's pulling back there. Qs look like they're going to be dipping down right there. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as well. So let's roll right through our list right here. And again, keep you guys posted on the Miami and Indiana college football championship game that's on tonight. It is 0-0, 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. So it just kicked off. And I believe Indiana has the ball first. They sure do. And they're probably in their territory. They're on their own about 18-yard line right now. So here we go, guys. Let's rock and roll. ONDS, that was down a little bit, pulling back there. Looks like it wants to pull back a little bit more. And again, we have to see how the market reacts and opens tomorrow and what wants to be popping, what sectors, but we'll try to get a good idea right here. We'll look at crypto and everything else as well. And like I said, we'll just cruise right through real quick. See what the market looks like for us. Galaxy right here was running up, and it doesn't look bad as it closed on Friday right there. It didn't look too bad. Let's put it that way. And again, we'll see. That's a nice green candle rolling up. I would say that could be a top pick for tomorrow, depending on how it wants to open tomorrow. So definitely keep an eye on Galaxy, and obviously we'll look at Bitcoin. Sometimes it goes hand in hand with Bitcoin. ASTS, obviously this one's going to be a good one right there, Sam. And good evening. Caught you driving home again. 90 minutes to go, so we'll try to hang out the whole time for you, Sam, and we'll keep you updated on the college game, and we'll go through our list. So here we are with ASTS, and it was cruising along there on Friday. This was a big guy, and Rhett called this out in the Discord at 97, guys. On Thursday, I had some, and I sold it on Thursday at 103 because it had run up pretty well, and then it ran up to like 118, was it? Or 120 there. Holy cow, I couldn't imagine. I left a lot on the table right there, I'm not going to lie, but that's the way it works sometimes. And UMAC right here, that was also trying to run up there and not looking too bad, so you might want to keep an eye on UMAC tomorrow. And obviously, like I said, after the 3-day weekend, anything can happen. All kinds of news all the time. We'll go through our news, see what happened, but nothing in Iran or nothing real crazy anyway. So I guess that's a good thing. As for the world, for global events, and nuclear right here, just kind of flat, but this is not looking bad, I must say. And the nuclear sector, SMR, I meant to type in right there. That one looks pretty good right there. And Oklo, I know I had on the list, and that's not looking bad. So definitely keep an eye on good old Oklo and SMR. They're not looking bad. And of course, nuclear could turn around and look way better tomorrow. Rocket Lab was running up there. Looks like it could continue to run up tomorrow. So you can keep an eye on that. And it just depends on what the space sector wants to do as it opens up tomorrow. And UAVS right here, guys. This one was pulling back, but this one will be a good opportunity as it hits the 20. It's going to bounce right back up. That's what all of them are doing. And the OSC's been running up since we put this on the list. It's been nonstop kind of running up. and there it goes, and it probably will try to touch off up there at that $18.99, almost $19, it looks like. So you can keep an eye on that. That could continue its way up there tomorrow. And IREN right here. This has been a monster too since we added it to the list. And that looks like it might continue to run up there tomorrow. So keep an eye on iron. And that looks pretty good. It's a capital market one. Not sure exactly what they even do, to be honest with you, but it is running up there. And how about that CRM, critical met or not critical metals? That's Salesforce CRM. That's been dipping down pretty big. Critical metals, on the other hand, that's been running up recently, and it's kind of just hanging out on the top and still not looking bad for tomorrow. So we might want to watch CRML in the morning, and we'll try to go through all these guys real quick in the morning, see how they look. MP's looking really good there, though, and looks like it's setting up to get cruising, so we will keep an eye on that. We were just talking about OKLO right here, and that looks good, and the nuclear one's not looking too bad. And let's see what our red wire is up to see. Well, Friday, it didn't do anything today. It was hanging out celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday today. And I hope everybody did something good for somebody today. I actually did my good deed last night. I went and blew off all the snow off of everybody's sidewalk and steps last night with the backpack blower because we had a nice little snowstorm. So I went and did that at like 9 o'clock last night instead of, no, it was like 8 o'clock, I think, actually, when I went out there. It was right when I would be doing a show. I said, well, I guess instead of doing a show tonight, I'll go do the snow. And so, yeah, there I went and did some snow last night. And then went sledding today, so that was pretty fun. But it's exhausting going sledding. And it was me, Dougie, and one of his buddies, Gannon. And yeah, we were having a good old time going down the hill. So that was a lot of fun. We did that for a little while. And let's see what red wire looks pretty good tomorrow, guys. Keep an eye on this one. That one looks like it's also setting up pretty nice right there for good old red wire. I forgot. Did I add fly to the list? I think I might have forgot to, but let me just write it down over here if I didn't. Oh, yeah, it's at the bottom of the list. This one looks real good too, guys. So you might want to keep an eye on FLY tomorrow and going forward. This one looks pretty healthy right there. And let's see, there's about 10 minutes left in the game, and it looks like Miami has the ball now, so I'll try to keep you guys updated. The game's moving pretty quick, obviously, so that's why we'll try to hop off. We'll have a little listening party for a little while. We'll go through this bad boy, all the market stuff, and why I'll keep you updated while the game's on, and then we can all go and enjoy the rest of the game, the end of the game for the championship college after the show. So that's Fly right here, FLY right, Sam. Keep an eye on that bad boy. That one's been looking good. And let's keep on cruising through and see what our quantum and computer hardware ones are doing. QMCO just kind of hanging there. It isn't in a bad spot there, but it has that red look. And again, that's tomorrow. You got to try to figure that one out. RGTI was up a little bit. This one just definitely getting set up right there, guys. It ran up the other day, and then it pulled back a little bit. That one's absolutely getting set up right there. QBT is that quantum computing, not looking bad. And QBTS is not looking bad as well. I know that. I'd say QUBT looking a little better right there at the moment. QTUM is that Defiance Quantum ETF, and that's up there. That was closed green on Friday, not looking too bad. And QSI at the moment, it was up 4 cents, and that's been setting up. That one actually isn't looking bad. It's just been sitting there for a long time. Looks a lot better than it has, and I think IONQ can finally get set up here. I thought it was getting set up there last week, and it was kind of taking its time. I think this week could be a little bit of a better week for IONQ, so we'll definitely watch that one. And then your RCAT was ripping last week. We were already looking at that. It's going to pull back. And Z-Space never really took off on Friday. It didn't look too bad there. It did. It spiked. Actually, it did spike up there a little bit. What was its high? 68. So it did run up there. It just pulled back, and I don't even know when it ran up. It must have been right there. There you go. And it did go up at 11. There you go. So Z-Space wasn't a bad one from Thursday night show. We talked about it going up on Friday. It did blast up there on Friday morning. So that was actually a pretty good call right there for that Z-Space, ZSPC. And that is your quantum and computer hardware ones. And let's just continue through and look at our healthcare UNH. That was pulling back and dipping down. That's down there at the 50 right there. And Oscar looks like it is pulling back too. And what is the other one? MOH right here. And that one isn't looking too bad, but it does look like it's going to pull back. So beware of the healthcare because they look like they could pull back at the moment. Open door was up a little bit right there. And let's see, it does look like it's trying to roll off that MACD and go up. That might not be a bad one tomorrow. So, yeah, you might want to keep an eye on open door. Look at that bad boy trying to get set up. It's rolling off that MACD, finally looking better there. And, them guys always pump it. I should write their names down. I swear, I always, Eric something and the other dude, I swear, I just forget their names every time. I don't know why I can't remember their names. Laptop Travels told me like 10 million times. I just can't remember their names. I have no idea why. And their names aren't even hard. It's like Eric something easy. And I can't remember. It's kind of crazy. I have to write them down. Anyway, that's the guys that always pump open. And what is the other one? ASST right here, Strive. And that one was kind of pulling back. Didn't they just do a split, or they're going to do a split? What the heck is going on? Didn't they just vote on a split? I forget. Some kind of split's coming up with that one. Just beware of that. But anyway, that's that one. And them guys that pump in. Nasdaq right here is setting up, I must say. It was running up there. I remember on Friday, it was running up. It did pull back a little bit, as we can see, but it did run up, and it's starting to look pretty good right there for Nasdaq. So we'll keep that on the list to try to get set up. And Hertz right there pulling back. I thought Hertz was going to try to run already. It's been taking a while. You can see the 20s trying to meet up, and I think it will get running maybe this week as well. So maybe this week will be a little bit of a better week for some of them that have been setting up. Chipotle right here. I think you might come back down on Chipotle, but that's been slowly and surely just going up there for us. So there you go with your Chipotle. That was a good one. And Cracker Barrel, I thought it was going to run up again at least one more day. You think that's I don't know if that's really that green and red look right there to keep stair stepping. That almost looks like it's coming back down. We'll have to look at this bad boy tomorrow, get a better idea. We love our Cracker Barrel, and especially this stock and this chart right here. It's an interesting one. I think it's coming back down. We'll see if it wants to run up one more time tomorrow, so definitely keep an eye on it. I thought it was going to keep some momentum as that 20 and 50 were going to meet there, but it certainly didn't on Friday, that's for sure. And we'll see what it can do on tomorrow on Tuesday. Boyle right here was up a little bit, nothing crazy. It does look like Boyle is trying to curl up, and that is your natural gas. So maybe we should keep an eye on our natural gas, UNG right here. That's it, UNG. And that could look a little good. So we'll have to look at them tomorrow. And then Gush is your oil and gas right here. And it was kind of just hanging out there Friday. And we have to look and see ExxonMobil was up a little bit. That looks pretty good. CHV, no, it was CXV, right? What the heck is Chevron? CVX, that's what it is. And that one's kind of just hanging out. That looks like it wants to run up a little bit more. So definitely going to keep an eye on some of these oil and gas plays and see what's going on. Obviously, nothing happened over in Iran, so nothing crazy this weekend. And just they put out some numbers. I mean, holy cow! It was basically a genocide. I mean, they murdered so many people. It's disgustingly sad and crazy over there. So something should be done to help them, that's for sure. And anyway, so that was going on, but we did not step in and do anything over there. And that is what our oil and gas looks like. So we were kind of figuring if something happened, that would have been jumping up. Let's see what Plug's trying to do here, if I could spell correctly. PLUG, that looks like it's about to plug away, guys. I think Plug's trying to get set up right there. I might have to put that on that setup list right now because that's looking pretty good. And let's get a little update on the football game because there's only 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. It's still 0-0, second and 7. And Indiana has the ball, and it looks like they're on about the 50, maybe the 40-yard line of Indiana. Yeah, about the 45, something like that. But anyway, they got the ball, and they're in Indiana's territory. So there you are. Or Miami's territory. They're in Miami's territory. Indiana's in Miami territory, and they're going down the field. There you go, first down. And now that's good, and they're at about the 45-yard line. So they're moving down the field right now, and I'll keep you updated if anybody scores a touchdown or anything good happens right there. And let's keep on cruising through, and then we'll get off, and you guys can watch this game. yourselves. Sam's like, no, stay on. I got a 90-minute drive and you keep me entertained here. But anyway, here we go. You know, we'll be on. And plug right there, plugging away, looking pretty good. QuantumScape not looking too bad either. You can see it trying to get set up. Looks a lot better down there. And your rocket was running up. And then it did pull back, Zach. So be careful because, like I said, it's definitely run up pretty good like we had thought it was. I don't know if you're going to get another run up. You could get a pretty good dip. You might want to think about locking in some of them profits right there. Definitely. You've had a lot of good run ups on Rocket, RKT, and you might see a little pullback. And then obviously you can take the profits that you're going to lock in and repurchase it for the next run up. So that's what I'd be looking at. And you can see why. Look at it. It's in the top right there, and it looks like it could have crawl off and come back up. It could, of course, anything can happen, but you could also rebuy it too and evaluate it as well. So something to think about there, Mr. Zach and IMRX right here. Let's see what that bad boy is doing. It was running up a little bit. It does look like it's setting up, and again, this is that biotech company that has what the cancer. Pancreatic cancer, that's what it is. And they have that stuff. And again, I'm still impressed by their trials and everything else. So we'll watch this thing because you know it's going to run up. It did spike up there Friday, just a little healthy pullback right there. And Progressive G, I know we were watching that. Lucid right here, still pulling back. We'll see if this is a good opportunity, but it is stair-stepping down right there. So we'll have to watch Lucid and see if it does want to try to stair-step back on its way up again. Rich Tech Robotics looks like it wants to run this week. Might want to keep an eye on that and add that to your setup list right there because that's looking pretty good. And let's see what GALT is going to do. Good old Galt. Looking for tomorrow's 200% option play, Sam. Yeah, we are. You know, we're always trying to find that bad boy, and we will. You know that. Here's our Galt, Joseph Levy, and I saw Joseph Levy have some pool tournaments this weekend, but this is looking a lot better. It was pulling back there, as you can see, a little bit, but had a little dip there at 11, did run up. It is crawling up. It does look pretty good. We'll see if it wants to stay in the basement just for a little bit as a 20 comes down, but this one could be a great opportunity right there. So we'll keep an eye on this GALT, and then your fun over here, FUN, Six Flags. Not looking bad. That's been setting up and looking pretty fun. So there you are with FUN. And then we look at play as well. That's good old Dave and Buster's. It's been running up. It's hitting the top. I'd be careful of that just at the spot. You'd have to look at it in the morning and see what it wants to do. And this ASPI right here was running up. I did have some call options on this bad boy, and it ran up a little bit on Friday. Not that crazy, but it was up enough. And there you go. So got out of them, but it doesn't look bad. You can see that 20 and 50 trying to meet up as your 20s trying to curl up to it. It looks pretty good right there. Let's look at it tomorrow, see what wants to go on with ASPI and NNE right here, that nano nuclear. Now that looks really good. So keep an eye on that. And we already talked about Oklo and SMR, and they were looking good. And this NNE is looking good as well. So you might want to keep your eyes on that one. USAR right here. That's looking really good to try to run up there. So keep your eye on that to get set up. A lot of good ones that look good right there, Zach. So definitely keep an eye on USAR. That's at USA Rare Earths right there. And it looks like the Indiana got stopped. Yeah, they did. Miami stopped them. I don't know if that was a fourth down play and they went for it. I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't really paying attention. But I'll keep you updated on the game. But he did stop him on that. And, yeah, it was third down, so 4th and 6. And it looks like Indiana is going to go for a field goal right now. So 34-yard attempt for Indiana to make it 3-0. Let's see. And it looks like it is good. So it is 3-0 Indiana over Miami in the football game, and there's 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first quarter. So that's your college football game update right there, and we'll go blasting through the rest of this list right here. USAR looking good, and like I was saying, that USA Rare Earths looking nice right there. LAC, Lithium Americas, not looking so bad. I could see that crawling right back up there and cruising along. So these rare earths and metal ones are looking pretty good. This one's been running up at the top, LAR, and we can watch it tomorrow. I can't guarantee you that it runs tomorrow, but I can tell you it's been running, and you has been looking pretty good though, and that could continue its way up there. So you keep an eye on our 4Us, which is energy fuels, and I know Luis Rodriguez likes that one. Fubo right here has been looking good. I thought they were going to get some good news. Look at that look right there. Maybe that good news comes this week, but that does look like it's trying to set up a little bit right there for Fubo. And we'll watch that tomorrow and see if it can look pretty good. And let's just continue right through our list. As you can tell, I just threw ABTC, Pew, NCPL, and PSQH, and BMNR, and all them guys right to the side. We can look at crypto, and then obviously I gave you my take on all them. We used to look at them, and we'll keep them on the list here. I can't even type in BMNR, but there you go. And like I said, when crypto's getting ready to go ripping, we know that we can play these guys, but we don't really have to get that crazy, and we can save ourselves some time. But I'll keep them on the list right under gold and all them. So we'll continue through and look at that Canan right here, and that's CAN. And again, that one is actually pulling back to the 20. It looked pretty decent the other day. It was hitting the 50s, pulled back. We'll watch it, see if it wants to set back up for CAN. And this one, that Meta Planet, that is on the old OTCers right here, good old MTPLF. And that one, look at a little bounce back, but that one looks like it's crawling up. Crypto don't look bad. We'll look at crypto in a second. And let's just finish off this list right here. Doge Mama Line. This one's still not looking bad right here. That Mimi, it does just kind of hang out. It ran up a little bit there Friday. I remember seeing it, and then it pulled back. This one looks good, though. MOBX. Check this bad boy out. This guy looks good. That thing looks like it could get cruising. MOBX. So definitely keep an eye on that one right there. AMPX was looking pretty good as well last week. It was trying to move around. We were talking about it in the Discord, as you can see, running up. And that could be a good play for tomorrow and continue its momentum. So keep an eye on AMPX right there. And again, that was one in the Discord that we were talking about. And that NMTC is obviously Neuro One Medical Technologies. And I'm telling you what, that thing looks like it wants to roll off the MACD and cruise up. It is looking pretty good right there. We'll be keeping an eye on it. And that is NMTC. And I did interview the CEO, Dave Rosa. So there you go. You know all about that company right there. And Wolf looks pretty good right here. This one might go howling real soon. Look at this thing setting up WOLF. Wolf speed, it could get up to Wolf speed. It's been way down, beaten down. And look at that bad boy. That could get cruising there. So has a lot of room to run after what did it do? Like a reverse split at some point. I forget what it did. Didn't it go bankruptcy? It announced it or something. I forget what it did, but keep an eye on this WOLF. That looks like it could be setting up right there. Not looking too bad, that's for sure. And we'll definitely want to watch that. And we did look at Fly right here, and that does look pretty good to want to fly up. So watch Fly tomorrow. That could be a really good one. And ABEO is a Michael Anthony special, and it did jumped up on Friday, but did pull back. DLO wasn't looking too bad either until it dipped down. Remember Thursday, that was looking really good. I remember looking at LW pull back a little. I did sell my option. Could obviously go up, and remember I said I'd reevaluate it this week. Maybe we want to get back into it. I'm not sure. I can't tell just yet, but that's why I jumped out of it. I locked in some good profits, and UEC running up there, and that is that Uranium Energy Corp. And I'm not so sure I'd be chasing it way up here, to be honest with you. So that's your UEC. And let's go ahead and cruise right through our Jolie's Jam. Still haven't heard from Jolie, Asian Jolie. I have no idea. I hope she's okay. Maybe she just retired, I would hope, and she's all good. So, or maybe she'll come back. I have no idea, but I did not hear from Asian Jolie. But we're going to continue to do our Jolie's Jams because I like these ones. And hopes that we see Asian Jolie and everything's okay. So Rhythm right here, RYM, just pulling back a little bit. It's out of its rhythm, but Blink right there doesn't look too bad to try to crawl back up. And then Sezzle, that one, you know, is going to get sizzling, guys. So we're just watching this to get set up. It even has that bullish trend. Sterling did run up. I did have it on the list the other day. And there you go. That could be a good momentum play. We know that thing loves to run. Look at it, up 4%, up $15 right there for good old good old STRL. And then Rivian right here, still pulling back. That still looks bad. And again, Lucid still was kind of pulling back. So I don't know what's going on with them guys. They're your EV, your electric vehicles. And Symbotic right here, that is trying to set back up after that pullback, so that should roll off. If you want to keep an eye on SYM, good old Symbotic, not too bad right there. And let's just cruise right through our laptop travel. I didn't look at any of them, so we'll just go right through them real fast. I'll just bring them up on the FinViz. You guys keep notes, and we'll just look and see what these charts look like. Again, we didn't even have a market open today. So AEMD, that's how these bad boys were finishing Friday. So you can just figure how they might run. But that did look pretty good on Friday, I must say, right there. AIM right here, I'm familiar with this one. I used to trade it often. It is kind of a shitco, as the Godfather would call it. But it doesn't look too bad in that channel right there. And the Blue Jay right here, Blue Jay Diagnostics. Look at this bad boy. The Blue Jay may get flying up some more. Keep an eye on BJDX right there. We're familiar with the good old Blue Jay. And Drama, which is Dermata or something. That's what it is. Dermata Therapeutics, that was running up, but also pulled back. Have to look at that one. DTSS right here is DataC, and that was swimming up there 21%. You can keep an eye on DTSS, see if that does have a little momentum in the morning. And GITS right here looks like that could be a good little penny stock there tomorrow, so keep an eye on GITS, Doge Mama 9. That could be a good one. And GLXG right here, that was running up 12%. We'd have to look at that one in the morning. HCWB, and that's HCW Biologics or something, and that's over to 20. That could cruise up. And again, you just have to take a look at some of these in the morning, because who knows what they want to do after a 3-day weekend. IMTE was running up, that's for sure. And MIGI, which I spelled completely wrong right there, but Mawson Infrastructure, that does look good. I remember this was on the list the other day, MIGI. That looks like it could continue to run up there, guys. Might want to keep an eye on MIGI there on tomorrow, see what it wants to do. And let's see, no problem, Doge Mama 9. Yeah, keep an eye on some of these good guys. They're looking pretty good. I think it says EN. I don't even know what I wrote down. I think it's this one. NEU up. And I just said NEU up. NEU which is knee up or something, the Euphoria Therapeutics. And that thing, that's a good way. NEU up. There you go. But it doesn't look bad. I mean, it's solid in that channel. Another one, we just have to look at it tomorrow. OLB is oblong, right? Oh no, it's OLB group. Which one's oblong? Hold on. What is that oblong one? I don't even know. But anyway, it was at this, and it changed its name now because that's been OLB. Anyway, I forget. There's one that's called Oblong. I forget what it is. But this is OLB. This is running up, hitting some resistance up there, so I'd be careful. PLR, PLUR, if I could spell too. That's curling up and looking pretty good. Might want to look at that. That could have some good momentum. Socket right here. Socket Mobile or whatever it is. Let's see. Mobile, I don't know, whatever the hell it is, a computer hardware one. That doesn't look too bad right there. That could continue its way up. And SBEV is obviously a beverage one in the USA right here. That one's kind of curling up, not looking too bad as well. And let's see, SHF Holdings. That one's running up, spiking up. And again, we'd have to look at the most of these in the morning. Skills, this one could have some more skills. I remember looking at that last week. SONM. We'll just get our chart skills down here and check these guys out. SONM's running up there, looking pretty good, especially in the after hours there on Friday. SUNE, Sun Nation. Let's see, that one's been way down. That is a solar company. That could get cruising, guys. SUNE, that one could be a good one right there. We can even list that with the penny stocks. SUNE, that could be a good one. Doge Mama 9 and TAOP right here, China one. That's getting to be in a good spot right there. Look at that bad boy trying to get set up. We can keep an eye on that one as well. VIVS, I think that's what it was. VIVS, there we are. Vivo Sim Labs. It's not Slim, it's Sim. And that one is crawling up, not looking too bad. And WAI, let's see what Top King's doing right here. And let's see, that's looking pretty good at China small cap. So there you go with our laptop travel list. Thank you, laptop travel. And again, we'll have to take a look. And the overnight hours are mixed, which is surprising when we're this red. Some are up and others are down. It is a little bit weird right there. And it is still 3-0 with 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Indiana's up over Miami, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. Let's see what our news stories happen to be this evening. Here we are. Dollar at week low as geopolitics revives sell America trade. What did they say? Whatever. Treasuries and stocks fall on Greenland tariff angst, and U.S. stock futures fall as Trump targets NATO allies with tariff threat. Stock futures slump as U.S.-Europe trade tensions ramp up over Trump's Greenland demands, and Dow set to fall more than 300 points on the Trump's new tariff threat over Greenland. So I think we'll be shorting down the Qs at the beginning of the day tomorrow, it looks like. So that could be the play right there. And then we'll have to see how the market opens, obviously. So that is basically it, the tariffs and the Trump Greenland threats and things of that nature. So that's what that's the big news over the weekend. Nothing happened over in Iran. Let's go ahead and look at our SPY Mag 7 big caps, all them guys. But first, let's take a quick look at crypto and see Bitcoin's back at 92. It came back down. It ran up and came back down to your 20. I think it bounces right back off, going to roll off your MACD. We've been pretty much playing it perfectly, and it's stair-stepping its way right back up, and it should continue to do that right there. Ethereum did come down pretty good, but again, it did the same thing last time and then just ran right back up, and you are stair-stepping up slowly but surely. Solana came down pretty good into the 50 area, through the 20 yesterday. It did dip down pretty good right there yesterday, and it is kind of hanging out. Does look like it looks a little better to try to roll back up. And Ripple came down pretty good yesterday. That took a nice dip down there. That was probably a good dip opportunity. And that looks like it wants to run back up, but they are real slow. And slowly but surely, that's for sure. And let's see what Doge is up to right here. Basically the same as Ripple. Nothing too crazy. Stellar XLM. Basically the same thing too. Let's look at Optimism, OP. And that had a similar look as Doge and the rest of them. So that's what they look like. They should be bouncing back up. And let's see what JNUG. They were running up the other day. What did you say? JNUG's at 275. It's up, whoa, $15. And NUG's at 248. Wow. So that means gold is smoking right now. And that got popping, guys. So be watching gold, and I'm sure silver's up as well, right? As well. So get ready for a Thursday rip. Is that what you said, Sam? Yeah, it'll be dipping down Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday it'll be ripping right back up. You're probably right, Sam. So we'll be shorting the Qs down probably in the morning with RET. NCCL Carnival Corp right here. That's dipping down. What's that doing? Is that popping back up? I'm not sure, but it does 120. Wait. It can't be at once. Carnival Corpse? It says it's at 28. I don't know. Are you sure it's at 120, Luis Rodriguez, and not or is this thing like way off? I'm not sure what's going on here. You trying to trick me? Is that at 120? Is if that went up 120 something, like if that went up $90, I'd be amazed. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's I have no idea, actually. Oh, I think I just messed something up. Hold on. Let me X out of this guy and then go back here. There's your Fed mark or your Fed thing here. Let me hop back in here. And we can do that real quick. Let's look at our January odds right there. And it doesn't look like we're going to get a rate cut. I didn't think so, to be completely honest with you. Not in January, possibly in March. And again, look at these things. They're going to bounce around. We have a lot of time. And they're going to wait until that January 28th. So, oh, CCJ. Okay. I was going to say, if Carnival Cruise is at 128, that must be a crazy run. CCJ right there. Camco running up. That's a uranium one. So keep an eye on uranium. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez. And let's see what's going on with our SPY Mag 7. So it looks like the market's going to be pulling back tomorrow. We can assume that. So our Apple was pulling back there on Friday. It was starting to set up there the other day and then obviously pulled right back, not looking as well. Amazon right here. I don't know if that looks so great. It looks like it's trying to roll off, but not so sure it will. And then Google right here was pulling back on Friday. Looks like it might have some more pullback. Meta right there was pulling back as well. It's sitting on a support line right here, but it could pull back to your 601. So keep an eye on Meta. We'll watch that in the morning, and I'm assuming that they will be pulling back. Microsoft wasn't looking too bad, but that could easily come down too. It's under that trend line, and if the market doesn't look good, it's going to come down. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see how the market opens, obviously, in the morning. And then you have your Nvidia and Tesla. Nvidia was pulling back, wasn't it? Yeah, Nvidia was pulling back, and so was Tesla, and they both look like they're pulling back right there. Michael Anthony, there you are, and there's Tesla, so that was pulling back as well. Let's run through the list real quick, see what's going on. I'll go through and see what you guys want to see, and I'll keep you updated. Still 3-0. The second quarter just started, 14:44 left, and I'll keep you updated on the college football game. Then we can end the show, so everyone can go and enjoy the college championship game. So we'll watch the first half together, and then everybody can go and enjoy the second half on their own. And Sam will get a good can hang out on his way home. He's got that 90-minute drive, so we'll try to make it perfect for Sam right there. So anyway, let's go and rock and roll through the rest of this list. That was your Mag 7. That was your SPY. Your Qs. We'll be looking at the short down. I did say at the beginning, without even looking at that and seeing any of that they probably would be dipping down there. They did have a look right there, so I thought that going in, and I guess they will be. AMC, we'll be watching this thing. It was looking really good. Remember, GameStop was looking pretty good too, but then it had that pullback, so that's why, honestly, I got rid of the AMC. It's still not looking bad up there, don't get me wrong, but you're just kind of in a lull right now. And look at that. That was the most beautiful pop-up. Now you're in a lull, and we'll see what it wants to do right there. So just play the pops, guys. That's for sure. And let me keep going through our list right here. So that is AMC, GameStop, Chewy right here. Was up. Not looking too bad. That does look like it's trying to set up there. Unity was pulling back pretty good. And let's see what the rest of our list is doing right here. Like Netflix, because that thing has earnings on Tuesday. Is that not tomorrow, guys? The Netflix earnings, which is interesting. Yeah, that's tomorrow. And I'm telling you, this thing looks good. We might have to look at that bad boy for tomorrow. Netflix earnings tomorrow. That's one to keep an eye on. I'm telling you, because it just looks good based off the chart. And we went through it before. If you want to go through it again, we certainly can. But they had that reverse split. They have the earnings coming up. There was a red earnings there. They generally don't have back-to-back reds. Let's put it that way. And we went back a little while. They did have them like way back, I think, as we get here. Not all the way back here, but they generally don't have back-to-back red earnings right there. So, and the way it's down in the basement, I would assume this thing's going to roll up in the whole Warner Brothers thing. I guess we can't be guaranteed with the whole Warner Brothers thing, but like I said, I like this the way it looks, I'll be honest with you. So we'll keep an eye on Netflix tomorrow. That could be a good one right there. Luis Rodriguez to watch going into. Do they report in the morning? Now that's the question. I don't really know. It usually says sometimes that they have the earnings, but I don't see the earnings over here. So let me know. Do they? I'm not sure if they report in the morning or in the afternoon. I have no idea. Let's look at our semiconductors, AVGO. That was cruising along. It looks great. And again, we just have to see how all of these things set up. That's for sure in the morning. But AVGO looked good. MU was looking great, obviously. Still looking beautiful. And that looks like it wants to continue up. That's for sure. TSM was looking pretty decent. Sitting on that trend line. We'll keep an eye on that one. And, of course, SMCI, guys. I had called this guy. It's hitting the 50 right there. It does look really good. We'll keep an eye on it. It looks like it wants to continue up. But, again, I can't promise you. I did get out of my option and locked in a bunch of profits there on Friday. Who reports in the morning? I'm not sure. Does Netflix, Michael Anthony, check that out? I have no idea. So see if Netflix reports before the open or after hours. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez. Luis Rodriguez beat you to it, Michael Anthony. Thank you, Luis. And so, yeah, I would say if I'd have to look at it, we'll be looking at Netflix tomorrow. And again, may just pick up like a call option on that bad boy. Just going in to have a little play. I don't know. It just has that look. But again, we'll look at it tomorrow. You know that in the Discord, we'll be on there. And I'll keep you guys posted, but we'll be doing our 7 a.m. show as well. So I'll keep you guys posted on here. And let's keep on cruising through. So this is our semiconductors, AMD. Not so bad right there. AVGO and MU were obviously running up pretty big. And in your QCOM right here, still pulling back. Looks like it wants to come back down. And Snow looks like it wants to go back up, but does have some resistance. So it could pop back down a little bit. So be careful with Snow. PayPal right here has been down, and kind of just hanging out right there. And let's see what else is going on. Hold on, I just like jumped. That was PayPal. Intel right here. That had been looking good. That's pulling back as well. So be careful with that. Dell, it looks like it's setting up. And let's keep an eye on that, Dell. I keep saying Dell looks like it wants to set up right there. So let's keep that on our setup list. And IBM, let's see. I know that it doesn't say the earnings. They usually do because of the holiday. I know, Michael Anthony. I just went and looked. But Luis Rodriguez already gave us the answer. He already looked and checked it out. IBM looking pretty good, guys. That could be a good play tomorrow. And again, it depends how the market opens, but we'll be on at 7 a.m., maybe even earlier. I may hop on a little earlier tomorrow after the 3-day weekend so that we can cover everything and make sure we can get a good market review and see exactly what's going on. And I know Ben's on vacation, so I'll be hopping on in the Discord doing the live shows as well. And there, still 3-0 there, 12:57 left in the second quarter. Indiana has the ball, and they're on their own 15-yard line. And like I said, 3-0 there, and they're trying to get down there to put some more points on the board. Miami hasn't been able to score yet. And let me keep on cruising through so we can enjoy the games ourselves. That's IBM. That's not looking bad. Palantir right here. Big old dip. We'll see. It looks like it wanted to dip down. And Sophie hasn't been so great. Palantir was trying to set up and then dip down. Marin, Riot, and these guys look great the other day. And again, that's why you can't play them like over the weekend, or you're just taking them long and know that they're going to stair step up, and because crypto pulls back a little bit, these will be right back down and pulling back, going back down. They're hitting the 50s. Riot was running up. We were playing it the other day. I actually said it, and Sam knows. What did I say? Look good, Sam. Riot looked good in the morning. And what else did I say? I forget what it was, but it went astronomical. I know what I totally forget what it was, but we get some great calls over in the Discord in your morning, your whatever they were for that day, Fridays, day calls. We crushed them too. And yeah, Riot was part of that crew. And as you can see, it was running up right there, looking pretty good. And let's see what Clean Spark. But again, we have to reevaluate these things tomorrow with crypto and everything. That's what they rely on. So you definitely have to watch out for that. And MicroStrategy obviously relies on Bitcoin as well. So we'll be watching that. And Robinhood right here has been pulling back. I don't know. It might pull back a little bit more. And what about Coinbase? If I could spell coin, COIN. And that's just kind of hanging out there. And Bull, I thought Bull was going to get running last week, and it certainly let me down because it didn't get running. It kind of just hung out. And that one's just sitting there. So it's interesting between Hood, Coin, and Bull. They're all just kind of hanging out, not doing a whole lot. Space right there, trying to get set back up. That looks like it might go running. And Boeing's at the top, so just be careful. I don't know. That could have some pullback. DJT right there. Doesn't look so bad, but that could also have a little pullback. So definitely watch that, especially with the Greenland stuff. Nike right here pulling back. I thought there was a SCOTUS thing. That was not. It's in the middle of February, I think the next one is. I should have wrote down the date, but I was completely off there Friday. I thought we said there might have been a decision on Friday, and there wasn't, so that was my fault. But anyway, it's going to be in the middle of February. I'll keep you guys posted on when that's going to take place for the possible next time that they'll report on the tariff thing, on the tariff ruling there. So we'll be watching that. And then, of course, we'll watch Nike. That's what reminded me. And McDonald's right here was still pulling back a little bit, but that looks like it could be getting set up, guys. I'd keep an eye on that. Disney's been looking strong until Friday. I saw it pulling back, and maybe that's a nice dip down to the 20 right here, Luis Rodriguez. Or is it coming all the way back to that 106? I'm not sure, but That one we have to look at in the morning as well. And then we did talk about, I think, ExxonMobil, not Oxy. Oxy was pulling back. ExxonMobil, not so bad right there. So there you are with them. I nailed Oxy last week for over 100%. I called it the day before, and then it popped up right there, got out of it. So that is what we do in the Discord, guys. We go through them and we rock and roll, and we'll continue to do it this week every day, 100%ers. That's what we're going to continue to do, and play the cues going down. Whatever the opportunity, that the best opportunity is, that's what we're taking advantage of. In the Discord, we've been crushing it, I'm telling you guys. So here we go with our comments. Let's see what's going on. We went through our news. We went through our crypto, and again, we'll wrap it up pretty quick so everyone can go and enjoy the college national championship game. There was a flag, and yeah, Indiana's on offense. I think Miami just got called for a pass interference. So there you are. And like I said, you guys can go and enjoy that. Let's go through and see what's happening here. Luis Rodriguez said that the Dow and all them guys are the overnight things are down. So in the overnight hours, Google at 323 and Tesla at 431. We hadn't looked at them yet. So 323 is pretty far down there, guys. So I'm going to say the Qs are going down pretty big. And Tesla right here is at what? 431. Holy cow. So yeah, market looks like we're dipping down, Sam. How about we're taking the Qs down tomorrow, I would say. And Doge Mama 9, we'll look at some of them penny stocks, obviously, in the morning. Overnight hours are mixed. Surprising when it's at red. And so, yeah, we'll watch for Thursday bounce back. But tomorrow looks red. Gold looks great. Keep an eye on GLD tomorrow and SLV. That could be great opportunities as well. We were talking about CCJ. That was running up there. I forget what the heck it was even called. Camco or something. What the heck was it? Camco Corp. There you go. It was the uranium one. And Michael Anthony said, bombs away from market will crash tomorrow. That Nasdaq will drop over 600 points. So there you go, Michael Anthony. Technical support levels. Technical analysts suggest a potential support level for Tiger around 909 to 910, where buying opportunities might emerge, potentially limiting further downside. Is he using your the app right there? I mean, it sounded like that was actually pretty normal, Tiger. I think Michael Anthony just started using the old the AI thing. That's crazy. Tiger, it's at 9. You said 9, around 909 to 910. That's where it's at. It looks like it's going to dip down even further than that, Michael Anthony. So there you go. And let me see what else. And why must Trump cry so much that Germany's sending troops to Greenland? And why can't he support Germany and let things be? Because he's nuts, Michael Anthony. We all know that. Who reports in the morning? We were talking about them. And it is Netflix reporting after hours. And UUU is a buy. You like UUU? Isn't that universal safety one? And that is at what? 4? Oh, you're saying it's going to dip down? Yeah, it probably will dip down at 4. Maybe even. You're saying it's stopping there. I think it might come down to your $4 area, Michael Anthony. So you might want to keep an eye on that to come even lower, to be honest with you. Icon right here, nice little dip, had a recent reverse split. And that one's ripping. Oh, my. Look at that rip right there, Icon. So, yeah, that one could keep popping there tomorrow. ICON, Icon Energy. That could be a good momentum play right there. And yeah, that one's going right there. And your family's going to Disney in 2 weeks. There you go, Luis Rodriguez. Take advantage while the stock prices are dipping down. CCHH is a restaurant one in Malaysia. Not familiar with that, but it is trying to set up. I'd have to look at that one tomorrow. And UUUU is going higher. And I do agree with that. That that's the 4U's is the energy fuels, and that is looking pretty good. It looks like it wants to run up into the top a little bit more right there. And your Madison Square Garden thing still running up here. Jesus Christmas, that's crazy. Holy, how is this thing? What are they doing over there? Do they have like a drug set in his place? What is Madison Square Garden doing? Holy cow. I thought it was going to be topped out like right here, Luis Rodriguez. Boy, was I wrong. It did take a little pullback, but wow, it just like soared up even more. I have no idea what that thing is doing. I just don't even understand it. What the heck? Yeah, I just don't even know what the heck's happening there. But anyway, There you go. And your bread financials is another one. It just keeps. Oh, remember that did take a dip. Oh, keep an eye on that for another run back up. That's for sure. What's the bottom of the Q's at, Sam? Well, let's look at it real quick. 590. I would say down there, yeah, 587, 590. We can give it 590. I'll look. Hold on. We got to run through all the charts right here and kind of take a better look over on over here a little bit. Six. You could get down to like 614, 615 right there. On your daily, I would say we're going to be coming down 614. I would say like 614, 615, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to hold it right there. We just got to see it come down, and it might be down there first thing in the morning. I mean, this thing could be just ripping down quick. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. That's for sure. And then yeah, and then we'll, if it gets through all that them resistance, then we'll 614 area. Then we'll see how, if it wants to get through that 618, well, 618, 614, and then we'll try to come back down and see how far it wants to come. But we'll be all over that in the morning, especially where we're at. And let's see, Michael Anthony hacked the I think he did, honestly. He hacked into that translator. That was the most coherent thing he's ever written. Look at this technical support level. I mean, that's like straight up AI right there. That's definitely not Michael Anthony, right? Technical analysts suggest a potential support level for Tiger around 909 to 910, where buying opportunities might emerge, potentially limiting further downside. I love it, Michael. Did you figure out AI, Chat GPT, or something, or did Luis Rodriguez show you the AI that he built your translator? Because I'm telling you, it was perfect for you. I hope he did show it to you, and you could walk around and sound like a genius with that thing. And Indiana's down on the 20-yard line at Miami. They might score down there. So here we go. Let's see. Mobley, MBLY. Let's look at it. He's using his own translator. I know, Sam. How crazy is this? Michael Anthony, he stepped it up to the future. He's got AI. He's even using AI, guys. So here you go. This is Mobley Global right here. It doesn't look too bad. What did you say? Could work on tomorrow dip. That did announce. Now, this is Michael Anthony talk right here. Mobley could work on tomorrow dip. That did announce bought a company over a week ago going to help earning. Now, that he didn't put through to his AI, guys. So there you go. But then he goes, looks like Mobley has no debt and would $10 be support tomorrow. Now, that looks like he might have put through AI. How great is that? $10 support tomorrow. Let's take a look at this bad boy, Michael Anthony MBLY right here. Where are you at? Down at 10. That would be pretty good spot for a good I would say for good support. And they do have earnings coming up this week on the 22nd. I didn't get a calendar. Holy cow. How did I not get a calendar after 3 days? How fast did them 3 days go by? I must say, they just flew by. Every time you get a day off, they just go right by way too fast. That's for sure. Some pretty good football games on this weekend, and yeah, the weekend. Next thing you know, it's already Martin Luther King Day, and now tomorrow back to the grind on Tuesday. But we did have a day off for Martin Luther King Day, so I hope everybody did do something important for somebody, or did something for the community, or did something. And as always, you always help others. We always try to help others every day. Like I said, I go around and do the snow for everyone and all that good stuff, but I help somebody every day. But anyway, that's my Martin Luther King Day doings. It was the snow for everyone this time, I guess. But yeah, it's always something. And then we did a little bit of sledding today because it was a lot of fun. And yeah, there we have it. But yeah, that's what we have right there. I think they're going to a review. I think there might have been a touchdown. I got to see this now. What happened? Did he get pushed out of bounds? No. He's walking the tightrope down there. Let me see. I got to see this. His foot is, I don't know. I can't even tell. It doesn't. I think they called a touchdown on the field for Indiana. It's under review. He might have stepped out. I couldn't really tell. They even had it blown up, and you can't even tell. It's like right there. But I think they might have to give it to him because that one's a hard one to tell right there. So anyway, they might have scored. So maybe they didn't score a touchdown. They just took them points off the board. I guess he did step out. I couldn't tell. 3-0 still, and Indiana's down on scoring territory. They're in the red zone right there. So that's what's going on in our college championship game. And there's 7:45 left. First and goal for Indiana. So there you are. Let me see if we covered everything. We did do our news stories. What else did we miss? The dollar was weak and all that good stuff. I got a good watch list for tomorrow, but we don't even know if it's going to be a good one, to be honest with you. The market could be pretty pretty red tomorrow. Qs could be going down, and we'll be watching for all that stuff. And obviously, I'll be on at 7 a.m. to check out the market. I probably will hop on a little bit early so we can do a real thorough review after the 3-day weekend and the whole Greenland Trump thing and tensions with tariffs and all that good stuff. So we'll be keeping an eye on that and see what the best plays are for tomorrow. So I'll keep you guys updated, obviously, and then I'll be in the Discord. You guys know that. But let's go ahead and enjoy our college championship game. And it looks like Miami or Indiana's about to score a touchdown. They're right down there. It's third down and goal, 3-0. So yeah, go enjoy that bad boy. And it is the college championship. You can only post the translations due to character limits, but the translator logic that you know what you do, Luis Rodriguez, change the prompt that it only gives you that it translate it in under like 200 words. That's all you gotta do. So change the prompt so that every single one comes under like 150 words, and it'll still redo everything that he can do. He says under 150 words. So yeah, that's all you got to do is change that prompt up. Isn't AI great? You just change the prompt a little bit, and then you just make it do whatever you want. It's quite amazing stuff right there. It's all about knowing how to do the prompts with AI. So I hope everybody is messing with AI. It looks like Michael Anthony's messing with AI now. So that is a great thing. So there you are, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. It looks like they're going a commercial break, a timeout. It's third and goal. So I think they're trying to get that play so that they can score a touchdown. And again, it's Indiana driving down there in the red zone in versus Miami, and it is 3-0. Indiana is in the lead, and they may score a touchdown or get a field goal. You'll see in a couple minutes. So there you are, everybody. So go enjoy that college football game, the championship. We'll be on in the morning. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's on 10 Financial Advice. So always do your due diligence. Thanks again for tuning in. Good old Michael Anthony. What are you saying? Airlines might be a good place to buy, might be a place to buy on American Airline right there. So we'll look at the airlines. I was looking at them the other day. You mentioned it. I remember they did pop up and now they're dipping down. We'll see if they're going to be popping up tomorrow, Michael Anthony. So thanks for tuning in. You hang out or you tune in at 7 a.m., Michael Anthony. I don't know if you're awake that early, but if you are, hang out on the show with us. It's always fun. And Luis Rodriguez, of course, Sam and Zach, and then, of course, Doge Mom and Nine and Robin and everybody else that's tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Joseph Levy, hope you won your pool tournament this weekend. And you guys have enjoyed your week, or you guys enjoy your evening and enjoy the college game. And I will go and watch that. I'll post a night note in the Discord. I don't know how accurate it'll be, to be honest with you, with the 3-day weekend. I'm going to say short the queues down, and we'll look at it in the morning and pick the rest of the poppers. How's that sound, guys? And Sam and everybody else. But that's what it looks like we're going to be doing in the morning, but we'll find out at 7, so I'll keep you posted there. So there you go. You stay and talk more about the markets. We'll be down a lot, which is the best sectors to buy. You stay, talk. I don't even know what you're saying. What are the best sectors to buy? Put the Qs down tomorrow, Michael Anthony. And obviously, gold and silver look like they're going to be really good. They're going to be up. And then nuclear looks like it's up, like nano nuclear. This one's looking pretty good right there. So you can keep an eye on that. And possibly even some of these like metals, USAR. Yeah, that's looking pretty decent right there. MP wasn't looking bad. So there you go. There's a little overview of some things that could possibly be looking good tomorrow. So that's what to look for, Michael, Anthony, and everybody else. And again, we will definitely go through it in the morning and go through everything that's going to really be popping tomorrow. We definitely have to see what it's going to be looking like. And UEC right there. We'll check it out. So peace out, Luis Rodriguez and everybody else. Go enjoy that college game. I'll see you guys at 7 a.m. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the morning.